Good morning, everyone. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful Christmas Eve so far. I got a good one for you today. So, I heard from Northern Perspective that Justin Trudeau isn't going to do a Christmas address this year. So, I decided to make one for him. I compiled 8 years of Justin Trudeau's Christmas addresses and compiled them together so we can watch his history throughout being prime minister, because most likely he won't have another Christmas address. At least we hope. So, with no further ado, let's get into it. This one's from CBC News from all the way back to 2015.
My friends, this is a time to give thanks for loved ones and look back on the past year. We come together in places of worship, around the table or under the tree, to celebrate the spirit of the season. We often celebrate this time of year by showing our generosity to family and friends. Well, I trust that we will do the same with the thousands of people who are experiencing the Canadian holidays and the Canadian winter for the first time, the Syrian refugees. After all, we share values of love, hope, and compassion. It's what we do, and it's who we are. Let us also take time to remember the brave women and men of the Canadian Armed Forces who cannot be with their families. We appreciate their sacrifices for our country, not just today, but every day. My friends, I'm deeply grateful for the support you've shown my family and me over this past year. I'm honored to have this opportunity to serve you. From our family to yours, Sophie and I send you the warmest of Christmas wishes and all the best for health and happiness in 2016. This season is truly my favorite time of year.
So, see how he started, and he looks so young and not drained of any energy yet. Remember in 2015 when we thought that Justin Trudeau was going to be the new change that we needed, right? We were gonna legalize the green stuff, and Canada was gonna be great again, right? How wrong we were. So this next one is from the Prime Minister of Canada. So I'm probably gonna do the next couple of years after this one and then stop it. So let's get into it.
As we come together with loved ones, let us reflect on how fortunate we are to call this beautiful country home. Living in Canada comes with a responsibility to be there for each other, and not just during this time of year, but each and every day. After all, Canadians helping others, no matter the distance that separates them, is what this country is all about. When tragedy struck Fort McMurray and thousands of Canadians were forced to leave their homes, thousands more came together to make sure evacuated families had a place to stay, clothes to wear, and food to eat. Today, as Canadians continue to welcome Syrian refugees, we open our hearts and homes to those most in need. Together, we demonstrate that better is always possible, and that in difficult times, we are at our very best. So during this season of hope, let us reach out to those who are hurting most. Parents without jobs, struggling to put presents under the Christmas tree, or homeless young people without a place to go for the holidays. Let's give back in whatever way we can and make sure this holiday season is a happy time for everyone. There is no holiday tradition more timeless than that. I also ask you to take a moment to remember the brave women and men of the Canadian Armed Forces and their families who make incredible sacrifices far away to protect our country. My friends, I am deeply grateful for the support you've shown my family and me, and I am honored to have this opportunity to serve you. Over the past year, we've made real progress in helping the middle class and those working hard to join it, from cutting taxes on middle-class Canadians to introducing a new, more generous Canada Child benefit. We've accomplished a lot this year, but we've still got plenty of work to do. As we look to the new year and get ready to celebrate Canada's 150th birthday, I know our best days are yet to come. From Ella Grace, Hadrian, Xavier, Sophie, and me to your family, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all the best for 2017. Christmas, Canada.
Oh, remember the Medicine Hat fires? Those were the worst. Burned down the whole town and had to rebuild it from like scratch. If you were from there, leave how it was in the chat below. Now, this one's from 2017.
'Tis the season to bundle up against the cold and reach out to loved ones near and far. For Christians around the world, it's a time to celebrate Jesus Christ and his message of compassion. And it's a chance to come together and give thanks for everything that unites us. Most of all, it's a time to appreciate the blessings of the season and look to the year ahead with optimism and hope. In 2017, people across Canada gave us a lot to be proud of and showed us the strength in our diversity. Canadians are neighbors helping neighbors, sharing warmth, compassion, and generosity, not just at Christmas, but all year round. As the 150th anniversary of Confederation draws to a close and we turn to the new year, we all have a role to play in shaping our world for the better. So this season and on into the new year, let's commit to making a difference. Whether it's lending a hand to a neighbor or volunteering for a cause we believe in, let's give generously and live out the values that bring us together. Let's also reach out and listen to those next door, across the aisle, and at the dinner table. Building a better world starts with where we work and live, in our communities and at home. During the holiday season, I also ask that you take a moment to remember our brave service women and men and their families. They make extraordinary sacrifices to keep us safe. This year, our government made important progress for families throughout Canada, from strengthening the Canada Child Benefit and investing in early learning and childcare, to advancing reconciliation with Indigenous peoples and working for gender equality, and lowering the small business tax rate so entrepreneurs can invest back in their communities and create good jobs for the middle class and those working hard to join it. We still have a lot of hard work left to do, but I'm proud of all we've accomplished together. Each day, I'm grateful and honored to serve Canadians, and I can't wait to continue working side by side with you. From our family to yours, Adrien, Ella Grace, Xavier, Sophie, and I wish you joy, health, love, and peace this holiday season and beyond. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and how did all those benefits turn out? I can tell you the daycare plan did not work out very well for daycares in Ontario.
Merry Christmas, Canada. Today, our family joins Christians across the country and around the world to celebrate the birth of Christ. It's a time to spread joy and cheer,
Oh yeah, and this one is 2019.
Time to spread joy and cheer, appreciate our blessings, and honor traditions, like opening presents, decorating the Christmas tree, or setting aside a couple of cookies for Santa. We're also well into winter from coast to coast to coast. And here in Canada, we've always known how to smile through the cold days and long nights, because this season is about bringing light to the people around us. We also know this is a difficult time for some families. For Canadian Armed Forces members who are far from home, is just one example of the many sacrifices you and your families make. We're thinking of you, and we're grateful for everything you do for Canadians. We're also thinking of the hardworking Canadian families who might be struggling to make ends meet this Christmas. Our government is working to make things a little easier for you, whether it's putting our first ever national housing strategy into action, supporting seniors, or putting more money in the pockets of 9 out of 10 Canadian families with the Canada Child Benefit. We will always stand with you, because that's what Canadians do. We pull together with our families, our neighbors, and folks in need anywhere. We find strength in our differences and celebrate everything we have in common. And we do our part to take care of each other and make life better for the people around us. That's what Christmas and Canada is all about. So this season and on into the new year, let's stand together, celebrate each other, and keep building a brighter future for all of us. From our family to yours, Sophie, Xavier, Ella Grace, Hadrian, and I wish you joy, health, love, and peace this holiday season. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Canada. Today, our...
So apparently the downhill spiral started in 2018 because he already brought in the housing plan and he was starting to talk about how hard it is for some people. So yeah, let's see how I believe this is 2019 goes.
Our family joins Christians everywhere to celebrate the birth of Christ. This time of year is full of joy, light, and traditions, whether it's wrapping gifts, choosing the perfect tree, or keeping the roof clear for the reindeer. Some of us are getting together with the whole family. Others are sharing a table with friends. Maybe you're keeping the kids entertained in the snow or taking it easy and catching up with loved ones. Whatever we're doing, Christmas is a time to celebrate Christ's message of compassion and show people we love them. It's the season for giving and for giving back, from supporting folks in need in our communities to reaching out to neighbors who might be alone for the holidays. And we're especially thinking of our service members here in Canada and overseas who give so much to our country. Thank you for everything you do. You know, one of the greatest holiday traditions is taking care of each other, and it's something Canadians do all year round. Rain or shine or snow, we show up for each other because that's who we are. So today, let's come together and let's move forward together in the new year. From our family to yours, Merry Christmas. Hello, everyone, and Merry Christmas.
Yeah, definitely in 2019 we had to, or let's just say after 8 years of Trudeau, we definitely had to learn how to take care of each other because, now Gen Z has to pretty much stay with their parents over that 25 if they ever want to build or buy a house, or that's a smart thing to do. So let's continue on. This one's 2020.
This has always been a special day for my family. We usually get together to eat too much food, including birthday cake, share laughs and stories, watch cheesy holiday movies, give each other gifts, and most importantly, spend quality time together. This time of year is supposed to be full of joy, light, and family traditions.
Oh, and I apologize. This one's from Global.
But this Christmas is different. Families aren't getting together for big dinners, and friends aren't stopping by for cookies and eggnog. This isn't the holiday season we wanted, I know. But here's the thing. Even though this year's Christmas traditions will be different, we can and should give thanks for everything that unites us. Because today is a time to recognize all the good that we have in our lives. It's a time to celebrate Christ's message of compassion and show people that we love them. And that message has never been more important. We can all agree that 2020 has been a tough year. But through it, we've seen Canadians meet these challenging times with generosity, kindness, and hope. We've seen neighbors helping neighbors, kids giving up play dates and birthday parties, businesses retooling to help in the fight against COVID-19, and we've seen our frontline workers put themselves at risk to keep us safe and our families fed. This year, everyone has done their part, because that's who we are. As Canadians, we show up for each other. And that's what Christmas and Canada is all about. My friends, this crisis will end. And as a country, we will come out of it stronger and more united. So today and into the new year, let's continue to stand together. Let's support folks in need in our communities, and let's reach out to our friends and neighbors who may be having a tough time. From our family to yours, Hadrian, Ella Grace, Xavier, Sophie, and I wish you joy, health, and love this holiday season and beyond. Merry Christmas, Canada. Merry Christmas.
It's weird how he talks about neighbors and helping out your neighbors, because at this time, nobody was seeing their neighbors. Remember, the Great Cold was going on. And from my memory, let's just say neighbors were snitching on neighbors, and you could only meet with 3 other family members, and churches were being pretty much attacked, and pastors, if they had anybody, they were being arrested, and everybody was being fined for either gathering more than 4 people together. So a lot of that he was talking about is gibberish and was a lie. So let's go on to 2021. This one's from CPAC.
And happy holidays, Canada. 'Tis the season for traditions old and new, for connecting with loved ones near and far, and most of all, 'tis the season for hope. Now, I know it might not feel like we have a whole lot to be hopeful about. After all, 2021 was another tough year, and we're not out of the woods yet. But here's the thing. We got through it together. Over the past year, we helped our neighbors. We supported our local businesses. We stayed home, skipped celebrations, and wore masks to keep each other safe. Our kids missed sleepovers and birthday parties, and we rolled up our sleeves to get vaccinated so we could defeat this virus. In other words, we showed up for each other. Because of that, we have one of the best vaccination rates in the world, and we created over 1 million jobs. We can, and we should, take comfort in the knowledge that there is no limit to what we can achieve when we pull together. So this season, and as we come into a new year, let's keep showing up for one another. Let's encourage our friends and family to get their vaccine and booster shots. Let's follow public health measures, wear our masks, and keep our distances. Let's keep being safe and smart, and let's finish the fight against COVID-19 so we can build a better future for everyone. My friends, brighter days are ahead, and we'll reach them together. From our family to yours, Hadrian, Ella Grace, Xavier, Sophie, and I wish you joy, health, and love this holiday season and beyond. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas.
And I think the February after this was the Freedom Convoy, which he then, right after Christmas, enacted the Emergencies Act. But before that, he said, when he said he created 1 million jobs, remember how many people lost their jobs because they wouldn't get the jab? Yeah, so he didn't really mention how many jobs they lost. And the paranoia we all went through watching the news every single couple of weeks to see if the provinces would allow people to gather, that was a fun time.
Everyone. Like millions of Canadians, my family is excited to gather around the Christmas tree and spend some quality time together. It's a time of year when things slow down a little bit, when Christmas movies, including Die Hard, are on repeat, when some of us keep an ear out for the sound of reindeer on the roof, and when we all take a moment to appreciate those who make our lives special. This year, I'm thinking of Canadians who go the extra mile to make our country a better place. I'm thinking of members of the Canadian Armed Forces who are protecting our country and the values we share. I'm thinking of the doctors, nurses, and first responders who'll be working throughout the holidays. I'm thinking of everyday Canadians who find ways to show up for their friends and neighbors. 2022 was a challenging year, and for many, this holiday season won't be easy. But I'm confident that Canadians will continue to be there for each other in 2023 because that's just who we are. We show up for each other. And when times are tough, we stand together. We've been through a lot as a country, but through it all, Canadians have demonstrated the true meaning of generosity, kindness, and hope. For Christians, this is a special time where we celebrate the birth of Christ and the promise of peace and joy that comes with it. No matter your beliefs, these are values you can bring as you celebrate the season. So as we come together under the twinkle of Christmas lights, as we share a glass of good cheer with friends and colleagues, as we welcome the cousins, uncles, aunts, nieces, and nephews we haven't seen in so long, and as we celebrate those unique traditions that reflect Canada's diversity, let's remind ourselves how fortunate we are to live in a country of peace, a country where families can live out their faith and be proud of the communities they represent. And as we look ahead to the new year, let's continue to stand together as we build a better future for all Canadians. From my family to yours, Sophie, Xavier, Ella Grace, Hadrian, and I wish you joy, health, love, and peace this holiday season. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I remember 2022 a very different way. Does anybody remember when he overrode our charter rights and freedoms during the Freedom Convoy? That wasn't very much fun, and how he pretty much separated and destroyed our connection with each Canadian. That was fun. That was fun. Really good memories there.
Canada, 'tis the season to gather.
Oh, this is 2023.
With friends and family, to share moments and meals with loved ones, and to give thanks for the blessings in our lives. For Christians, it's also a time to celebrate the birth of Christ and the values he embodied, values like compassion, kindness, and hope. And while the story of Christ is being celebrated by Christians tonight, these values are universal. The holiday season is an opportunity for us all to bring.
And I apologize for stopping again, but this one I got off of Global News, if you didn't see from the title on the bottom.
Comfort, joy, and light to those who need it most. So let's love our neighbors as we love ourselves and find strength in our differences. Let's give back and extend a helping hand to those who've fallen on hard times, and let's share the warmth of the season with those who are spending the holidays alone this year. That's not just the true spirit of Christmas, it's also the true spirit of Canada. My friends, whether you're continuing family traditions passed on from one generation to the next or embarking on new ones, whether you're hosting a big family gathering or celebrating with a few close friends, I hope your holidays are filled with good cheer, great company, and hope for the year ahead. And to our brave service women and men of the Canadian Armed Forces, to the first responders who work round the clock to keep us safe, and to the volunteers who give up their time to make someone else's Christmas merry and bright, thank you. You embody the eternal message and timeless truth that it is more blessed to give than to receive. Once again, from my family to yours, Merry Christmas. Let's carry the spirit of the holidays into the new year, and let's find new ways to make our communities, our country, and our world a brighter place for everyone in 2024.
And we did find a bit of hope. He's right in this Pandora's box we call the Trudeau government, and that is the Conservative Party of Canada and Pierre Poilievre. So that's all I got for you today. That is all of Justin Trudeau's Christmas addresses to the nation. Let me know if you like this stuff down below, and if you do, please like and subscribe, and of course comment on what do you think Justin Trudeau should have come out and said in his 2024 address, or maybe say what your opinion is on him not saying anything. Let me know down below, and I got a special one coming out for you on the 25th, or possibly the 26th. I might leave you guys a little bit of a break from politics on the 25th, because you should be with family. So have a great day.